on our legal space this week, we are joined by lawyer Beena Pillai of Next Legal Services. Beena, thank you so much for joining us from Bangalore. Beena, we have a question coming in from Siddharth Jain. He is looking to invest in a property in Bangalore. He writes to us saying that before he goes ahead, he has a few elementary questions and a few doubts about the process of buying a property, or about buying land in a city like Bangalore. So let's first get to his first point. He wants to know who approves land, basic. What is the role of land development authorities in a city like Bangalore? Under whose jurisdiction does land come under? BDA, BBMP, BMRDA? And what do these authorities check to give a land a legal status, give it a clear title?
Okay. Well, Vasudha, see, planning authorities are authorized to approve the plans. The developer or the builder, whoever is the concerned person, they will have to apply the plan for the authorization or for the approval of all these authorities. And initially, all these lands in Bangalore, they were in agricultural nature. The first and foremost requirement is that it has to be converted from agricultural purpose to residential purpose. This is the first requirement. There are many planning authorities in Bangalore. I can say around 6 to 7 planning authorities. Out of that, BDA is the largest one. So for planning authorities approval, first they have to give this layout plan or the building plan, and the authorities may sanction around 60% initially, and 40% they will be reserved once the layout, the entire layout approval is done or the layout construction is done. They will be releasing the remaining 40%. That is the procedure followed in Bangalore. There are many planning authorities. I said in the sense BMRDA is one planning authority, BDA is the largest body, and there are many others like Anekal Planning Authority, Kolar Planning Authority, Kanakapura, and there are few others too. So the procedure-wise, we have to submit an application and obtain the permission from these planning authorities. And the DC conversion, as I said, that is the basic requirement.
All right. Beena, is there a process to check the title of that land? How do you go about it on an individual level? And what kind of documents should you procure from your builder?
See, around 30 years documents the lawyer has to verify to confirm a title in favor of the owner of the property. 30 years in the sense, as per the Evidence Act, Section 90, 30 years documents need not have to be proved. It presumes that the document is genuine. So the lawyer has to start from the mother document, say a grant certificate or an occupancy certificate, and the subsequent transactions till the property comes in the possession of the latest owner. So many procedures in the sense, revenue documents has to be verified, title documents has to be verified like sale deed or gift deed or partition deed. So these documents are the basic documents the lawyer has to start scrutiny. Then he can check the revenue documents like RTC, Katha, IAC, MR. There are many other documents, and the EC, Katha certificate or extract of the current owner. So this is a lengthy procedure where all these transactions without any interruption has to be verified. So
okay.
This is known as flow of title.
Yeah. All right. Beena, you mentioned the term Katha. Siddharth also asked us what does a Katha mean and what kind of a document is it. And he mentioned that if in the property that he's buying, a couple of towers have a certain layout, but the tower that he wants to buy or some other tower has some kind of external or internal deviation, does it affect him or his status of holding that Katha certificate?
See, Katha is an account in the name of the owner of the property. For example, we are opening a bank account. So the bank account will be in the name of a particular person or Next Legal Services or an individual's name. Likewise, this property, the government has issued a Katha account where his name will be mentioned as the title owner, and the properties details like properties measurement, property survey number, the location of the property, and those details will be mentioned in the extract. So Katha, I think nowadays the importance of people are just giving more and more importance to the document called Katha. Actually, Katha cannot be equated with any title deed. Katha is not a title deed. Title deed in the sense sale deed or partition deed or other gift deed, or these kind of documents can be considered as title deed, which confers absolute ownership over a particular person. So when it comes to Katha, Katha enables you to make tax payment to the government. So there are even people are calling one document, that is Form B property register, as B Katha. There is no concept of B Katha at all. So A Katha is the document which gives you valid, title, the name of the persons will be there in BBMPs or Panchayat or whoever concerned authorities regular list, that is known as A Katha. See, there is no concept of A Katha and B Katha, as I said. B Katha, people just started calling this Form B property register, through which you can pay the taxes, B Katha. So Katha is A Katha. There is no transfer of B Katha to A Katha. So once your property comes in the regular list of BBMP or any other revenue department, just A Katha will be issued. But government needs tax, so they have issued another Form B property register, through which you can make the tax payment to the government.
Beena, there is one last question. How much deviation is acceptable as per the government rules with regard to having no threat of a future demolition of a property? And this is a very important question for the existing old properties. If the builder over time or the RWA has changed, tweaked the layout, built extra, do they face the threat of demolition, or is there a route that the state government offers them to regularize or to pay a penalty?
See, as per the rules, maximum 5% is permitted. So, but I don't think that we can find any property in Bangalore with lesser than this 5% deviation. Around 75% of the properties are deviated, as per my understanding, if my knowledge is correct. See, the other properties, when it comes, there are upper constructions, either one more floor will be there, or otherwise at least a penthouse. The many builders have constructed over, if it is ground plus 3, then one more will be there, or one penthouse will be there. So demolition, I don't think that practically it is possible from the government side. So they have introduced a new scheme known as Akrama Sakrama, but unfortunately this is under the constitution of court. As per this scheme, around 25% can be regularized by paying around 6% of the guideline value of the property, and 25 to 50, around 8% of the guideline value government will be collected, and they will be regularizing it. But we cannot comment on this because it is under the consideration of High Court of Karnataka.
All right, Beena Pillai of Next Legal Services, thank you so much for joining us today. So we learned all about the property laws in Bangalore, how to find if you have a clear title, land title, how to check a Katha certificate and apply for one, and also how to regularize your property if it hasn't followed the proper layout and has deviated from the layout.